Happy birthday. Happy birthday to me. Okay, so welcome into my 30th birthday live stream with Superior Shelby. You usually know me talking about grants and stuff. And I'm so happy this morning. I this morning I got a for my first present. Okay, besides waking up this morning next to the love of my life, I got a brand new King James Version Holy Bible. I really wanted a new Bible. This like really means a lot to me. This is like this is actually the best gift you can give somebody. You can give them a prayer, you can give them a Bible. This is like really good. And if you don't know, especially since being here in Nigeria, I've been strengthening my spiritual journey and just my spiritual life in general and learning more about who God is, who Jesus, is, and, how to walk by faith and how to continue to love God. So this was my 30th birthday gift. I really needed one too because I have a Bible, but it's not the King James Version. So this Bible, I can comprehend it, I can read, I can understand it better. And it's so huge. Look, so I really do appreciate my friend Chris who purchased this for me because it's like God spoke to him directly. God knew that I truly wanted a new Bible, one that I can comprehend and I can read and I can just, like just learn the word, okay? So yeah, then I got some wine. I got some wine from my good friend from downstairs. She owns her own like market shop. So yes, shout out to my girl. And then what else I got? I got some birthday gifts, you guys. Like I'm living in Nigeria. I've only been here for 10 months, and who would have ever thought like I would have like birthday gifts? This is crazy. Then I got a cake. Okay, my husband, my lovely Amala Chung, he got me a cake. And I don't know what kind of cake this is, so that's the surprise. Yeah, so I got my hair done and stuff yesterday, and I did my own makeup. So I'm really excited about the festivities I have planned for today. So it's just early in the morning. It's 11 a.m. So the day is definitely just getting started. I think I want to what my fiance is gonna come back. He's gonna cook some food, and we're just gonna like give out some food to all of our friends in the neighborhood, right? Our neighbors. And then once we spend a little time here at home and eat and just relax, then we'll just take it from there. We'll go to one of our friends' restaurant, um, and then we'll go from his spot to another Chinese restaurant. I actually like Chinese food a lot, and being here in Nigeria, I haven't had any Chinese food, even though there's a lot of Chinese people here that does business. So this is going to be my first ever Chinese restaurant experience inside of Nigeria. And from my understanding, the Chinese food that, we actually eat in the US is totally, excuse me, totally different from Chinese food in China. Like they don't eat beef and broccoli. That's not a thing for them. So everything is in like its own portion and you just put it all together in your own way. So for example, you get like stir fry rice, you'll get rice, you'll get the vegetables, and then you make your own stir fry rice type of thing. You'll get chicken, all of that stuff. So I'm expecting this Chinese restaurant, which allegedly is like the best Chinese restaurant in Abuja, Nigeria. So I'm excited. So how old am I turning? I'm turning 30. All right. I thank God for making it to the third floor. Okay. To the third floor it's such an exciting experience. My 20s was a journey for sure. I learned so many lessons. I learned lessons about who friends are, how to treat people. I learned about different relationships. I learned about my own childhood trauma in my 20s because I didn't really know that I was holding so much in. So in my 20s, I discovered what my childhood traumas was. And then I also accepted those traumas and I accepted the person that I was and I was becoming. And I decided to make my own changes to become a better version of myself. Once you accept, you pray about it, and now it's time for you to do the work. And I took some time off from being in a relationship, from gaining new friendships, and just focus on my relationship with God. And it wasn't easy, you know. In my 20s, and I'm being fully transparent here. In my 20s, I had, you know, I went through substance abuse. In my 20s, I went through my own abusive relationship. In my 20s, I went through, you know, bad relationships with family, right? I went through those things. But as I got to this age where I'm at now at 30 years old, I started becoming more graceful, more patient with people. And then I started to actually look more internal, right? So how am I attracting this type of energy? What am I saying to people that's making them so defensive when they're speaking with me? And I ended up learning, okay, y'all know I'm from Miami, so I ended up learning that I can be like a hot pocket, a spicy mouth person. And once I learned that, and I was getting so much feedback from my friends, like, you have a spicy mouth or you have a short temper. I didn't think I did. I did, because my father, yeah, definitely were. So I thought that I was okay as long as I'm not like my daddy. But I understand where I get it from, and I started to make the necessary changes. And it is not easy. It's still a journey. But it's accepting, realizing it, and just moving forward. And so when I was speaking with my friend yesterday, and she was saying something about, I never been in love, things like that. Um, and I was like, she went into saying, like, I never had a deep conversation with another man. I never opened up myself to another person. So I feel like they've gotten this version of me that's not really who I am. And I explained to her how I was able to meet my fiance. But before you attract that person, it definitely takes prayer, and it takes prayer through the entire thing. When I was alone, staying by myself in Panama, and after that relationship that was crazy, things like that, um, I had a lot of my own time to myself. And when I start really sitting with myself and start like going back to the times, and why certain relationships and friendships didn't work, and what I did, right, I started accepting my own wrongdoings. Now, granted, those, you got people that really do set you up, right? But also, how did you attract that energy? That's a real thing. And then I started saying, okay, we got to do better, because when I hit 30, I don't want to be this person. When I hit 30, I want this for myself, right? And I know God wants me to be the best version for Him, so I can be able to fulfill the destiny. So I accepted. I went through the wilderness alone. I had God guide me. It was not easy. And I just kept pushing and kept pushing and kept pushing. And before you know it, now I'm here. And it's still a journey. All right. It's still a journey. It's not easy at all. And anybody who just needed that advice on like exactly how to go to that next level, it literally takes you to accept where you are today and say, okay, I want to make a change. And once you say you want to make a change, you pray about it, but then here comes the work. And initially, it's not going to be a turnaround time of 7 business days. You're going to be a changed person. That I wish it was like that, but that's not how it works. It's literally a situation where you're going to have to be tested and tested and tested and tested and tested and tested, tested by people around you, tested by new friendships and new relationships, tested consistently. And like, your decisions your decisions determine how you are growing. You know what I mean? So if you have a smart mouth and you real slick at the mouth and real spicy like how I was, you will be put in those rooms where you are with new friends or meeting new people. And if you just like a mean person, or if you just like, you don't really, you will be put in those rooms. You will be consistently tested. And eventually, and once you have accepted yourself, you're going to say, okay, look, I got to start being more nicer. I got to start being more graceful, and like, change my tone and things like that, because I don't want to offend anybody. And then change comes. Okay, when you start thinking on the right path, change comes, and before you know it, it'll be like a regular routine for you. And think that's when you start to change into your new version of you. So 30, welcome to our life. Welcome to my life 30. this, This is where I am. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My pastor and first lady, um, because before you get married, you have to go through marriage counseling, things like that. So me and my fiance, we was having a meeting with the pastor and first lady, and the first lady was like, "Do your parents know? Are you okay? Are you this?" And then so she asked the question. She said, "So, um, how old are you? And when is your birthday?" I said, "Oh, Saturday, June 14th, and I'm turning 30." So the pastor and first lady, they was like, "Oh, yeah, you just need to hurry up and go ahead and do a court wedding right now. Do this, do that, because you're 30." And in the Nigerian culture, like usually you married by the time you hit 28, So it's a thing where they was like, "Oh yeah, you're not small." So once they figure out what my actual age was, they thought I was like 23, 25, anywhere in between there. Once they found out my actual age, they was like, "Oh yeah, like yeah, y'all, this is right on time for y'all." So yeah, I'm looking forward to so much in my 30s. One thing I could say that definitely happened to me when the clock struck 12, like midnight. When it hit midnight today in Nigeria, I definitely felt the presence of Jesus. Like his presence just woke me up, like wake up. And I was just like, "Well, Lord, I thank you." I thank you. I thank you. That's it. I just thank you. And I asked God specifically for some new development characteristics that I would like to have to be able to fulfill the destiny. I thank Him for all the lessons that I have went through. And I know there's more to come, but I just ask. And 30 is also a significant age too, especially when you are getting married. This is like the age. This is actually the age Jesus decided to his ministry started. Like a lot of the kings in the Bible started their ministry at this age, and so 30 is such a significant age where it's like that's where the devil really want to play upon your mind. Oh yeah, let me go get some food. I gotta go get my food. Let's see. Let me see if I can take y'all. Hopefully, we don't mess up. It should be okay. Ah, thank you. Welcome. All right, see you later. Good morning. Ah, I needed some akara. I'm so hungry. Even if it's not your birthday, okay? Nigerians are gonna treat you like a queen. A queen, I tell you. If you put there's no pepper. Akara. Fried beans. Let me show you. But it's fried beans. Like they grind the beans up and then they fry it and you get akara. It's so good. It's a really good snack in the morning. It's like a good morning snack. Hmm. It looks like a little puff puff, but you would think it's bread, right? But it's not. It's fried beans. And the taste is not bready. Like it's so good. Akara. And they make it on the side of the Nigerian roads. And honestly, I feel like the best ones is the ones on the side of the road where the roads ain't got no road. If you know what I'm saying. hmm Uh, I got this other thing y'all like with beans. I like beans. I don't know what kind of beans they use. I think this is like black eyed peas. I don't know. I'm gonna ask the lady who made these. But you hear that crunch? Fried well. Very demure. Wow. I'm spending my 30th birthday in Nigeria. Wow. 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 Who would have ever thought? 5 years ago, when COVID was going I was 25 and I was living on the top floor of a high-rise condo in Miami. And then I got tired. And I left the U.S. And I've been living outside the U.S. for about 2.5, 3 years. hmm You know, I never told y'all what this is like, living outside the U.S. Let me explain. Well, what it's like right now with Trump being in office, okay? As a United States citizen, living in Nigeria, well, living outside. I'm not Nigerian. I'm Black American, okay? I have to pay 3 times the taxes. I have to pay the taxes here, that. So every time you buy something, right? I got, I have to pay taxes on like money that I transfer into Naira or into another currency. And then I gotta pay my regular U.S. taxes. And then Musk said that, oh, we should be spending our money in the U.S. But here's the thing. It's expensive. The U.S. is expensive. It's like a never-ending rat race. You know, like the hamster wheel? That's what it felt like. hmm I don't know how people are paying to go on it. Well, I don't know how they're paying to go on vacations. They're literally picking up extra shifts at work. Imagine being a mom or a father and y'all in a relationship, y'all simply want to take y'all family to Disney World, which is so expensive nowadays. Like, you know how much extra hours you gotta work? Wow. I just don't think that's living. So, I packed up. Higher quality of life living outside the U.S. Food is better. I'm traveling back to the U.S. in August. I have a family reunion, and I got some networking events to go to. So, when I travel back, I don't eat the meat over here. I only eat fish and a lot of plants, a lot of mushrooms. I know how to make my own chicken mushroom nuggets because I know about the meat. Over here, I'm eating ram. Friend, you ever had ram? Wow, ram? You think beef good? Jesus, that ram is so, ooh, it's so good. It's like 10 times better than pork. 10 times better than any other, like ram meat. Ram on the grill, that see-off grill. Oh my God. Ram is so freaking good. Oh, better. It's like, the texture is like goat meat. It's like goat meat and beef. It's like all in that family, right? Because chicken is bird. Chicken, duck. You know what I'm saying? But ram is like goat family. Whoa. So good. It's so good. I know you're in Nigeria for business, but are you Nigerian as well? No, I'm Black American. Mm. I'm not only just here for business. I'm getting married too. Yeah, I'm a fiance. So I'm getting married too. So why not just figure out how to set up this way? And getting ready for a wedding. I'm gonna wish me a happy birthday. Gonna wish me a happy birthday. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, I'm getting married, and that's also another reason why I'm here. Doing business outside of the U.S. has really, really, really expanded my business mind. I graduated college, but I'm going back to school because there are certain certifications and degrees that I want to have under my belt for global business. And you think people making money off of digital courses, friend? The big money that doesn't take much investing, which is crazy, is agriculture. Okay, agriculture is like livestock. So what I invested in here in Nigeria is a livestock. So livestock is when you buy like goats, rams, cows, you know, and you buy them and you sell them. Now on this side of the world, in Africa, we have a big Muslim culture. So, Muslims, they don't eat pork. They eat a lot of ram and goat. So, with me understanding that, at the beginning of the year, I bought a couple cows and some ram and goat, and I check on the place that they are feeding them and taking care of them. I FaceTime called them to check on my herd. When they get a certain age, then that's when I sell them around like Salah. So boom. Now that's just on the regular level. On a bigger scale, it cost me not even $1,000, like $700 for the whole livestock. Now, on a bigger scale, child please, these people got whole factories. They building factories and shipping cows to freaking China and all across the world, all different countries. Because also like Africa is a continent, right? It's a big continent, but each country has their own, just like in the United States, how each state has their own specific agricultural or, tourist thing about them. Like, we know grapes and grapevines and wine and stuff comes from California. It's really good. We know Florida for oranges, Georgia for peaches, Idaho for potatoes. You know what I mean? So, like, it's the same thing over there. I mean, over here. So, in this continent of Africa, you have where, yeah, inland, you have where, like, the north would be real good for, like, dry spices. Like pepper, salt, sugar, all that, sugar cane, all that rice, dry goods. Then, like, you'll have, like, the west might be good for, like, fish, things like that. East might be good for something else. And then south might be good for whatever else, beans or just goats or cows. So each part of the continent is very well known for things. Especially, actually, the south is actually better for, like, fruits, I think. So when we're talking about pineapples, lemons, lime, all that stuff, fruits, citrus, south. That's where, like, South Africa, Cape Town, beautiful beaches. That's where that's at. I'm on the west side. Never thought I'd say that, but I'm on the west side. So Nigeria is west. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. And Nigeria is a very, very, very big country. Thank you. So that's what I do. In agriculture and trading and exporting has really shown me how much money it really is out here in the world. How, like, in the US, we don't complain, but we always, like, it's always a conversation about, I won't have too many billionaires, black billionaires, right? A lot of them are just simply not recorded, hun. Because they don't want to be in the Forbes. They don't want to be interviewed. They don't want people to know that. Like, Nigeria has really opened my eyes to, it is money out here. Money. Cash Money Records is over here, okay? I'm so serious, Ren. Like, your daddy do what? Who you do? Who? You got one of my closest friends. It's like, if not number one by now, he's definitely number 2 rice farmer of the entire Nigeria. I said, what the hell? He's so humble. His wife, his wife, her father was a former president. I'm like, God favors me because I'm just meeting all these big time people and then talking with them, understanding their mindsets and their morals and how they move and their character, like how big they are on respect here. Definitely taught me a lot. It's teaching me a lot. So here I am. I'm this girl, makes this YouTube money, makes digital money, write grants for people, things like that. Only made a digital bag. That's my thing. The most money I've ever made was making digital money, digital courses, webinars, things like that. Right? I come over here. You mean tell me all that money I made? I could just bought a couple cows, some land. You know what I mean? And became a billionaire off of this. Yes, friend. Yes. And people think that, and I'm pretty sure y'all know this, but there's people out here that think everything comes from China. The Chinese does business and they get it from Africa. Yeah. There's so many Chinese people here. Like, the Chinese come here and they, how they're able to develop their resources and make all the things, manufacture all the things that y'all are buying in the US. It all starts from the source, the land of milk and honey, the motherland honey. Yeah. Fabric for them Birkin bags, soaps, all the minerals. They do a lot of coal mining here. Yes. I'm telling you, friend, a lot of that stuff, the materials that they need to make things in China, it comes from Africa, it comes from here. So, yeah. I'm like, dang. I never thought, like, you see so much on social media. Oh, do a digital course, do a digital course, do content, do content, do content. That y'all in the US, they gonna content y'all out. The kids ain't gonna want to be doctors. They're not gonna want to do nothing but content. You literally got people having kids just to create a YouTube channel to make money from. And it's not easy doing content. I've been doing this for 6 years. It's not easy, okay? It feels like a job. So, this is why I be telling my clients, and I be telling y'all this too. If you have a trustworthy person that you can talk to, like myself, that lives in a different country, that you're willing to like travel there first, just to reassure yourself, and see what's going on. Give yourself 1 week of vacation. Like if you go to where I was at, Panama, see what their economics is like. Like, yes, enjoy yourself, go to the beach, things like that, but also really go for it and like take 1 or 2 days to really learn about their economics, their economy, learn about like their history, things like that. See how you can invest when you meet somebody trustworthy over there, because God will bring, if you're looking for it and you pray for it, God will bring you that person who's genuine, who loves God just as much as you do, and who is trustworthy. Then you say, okay, let me see what I can invest in, because one, yes, the quality of life is better, but you don't have to be living there in order for you to own your own business and stuff like that. And then you can start investing. Panama, if I was ever like, my investment in Panama is real estate. That was like my first time ever doing international real estate. I don't have real estate in the US because I don't like the terms and conditions. So I decided to use the money that I was earning while I was living in Panama, going through my breakup, that whole thing. I decided to start putting some of that money towards purchasing like an entire floor of a brand new hotel that they are just now like wrapping up the finishing touches on. It's not even going to open until next year. Okay? And it's like literally 5 minutes from the airport. And so I got other investors on it. So it's like, it's like 10 of us total. Um, and we all put in, it was like 250K. And now each of us, we own our own one bedroom studio. This hotel comes with its own concierge. It does its own Airbnb. It books its own. It put its own cell phone, so we don't have to do all of that, putting it on Expedia and Booking.com and stuff like that. We just get in our residuals once it opens. And I picked the 7th floor because the 7th floor is where the rooftop pool is. Very convenient, very demure. So that was my first experience. And if I was to invest into Latin America, it would definitely be international real estate. A resort, any new resorts that's coming out, all of that stuff, like that's what I would do. Also, I would invest into agriculture too, which would be more of like fruits. You know what I mean? Fruits and vegetables. Because fruit in Latin America is so freaking fresh and good. It's like ridiculous. So I would invest into that if I was doing agriculture. And if I was like a girly's girl, like, you know, a very girly girl, I would probably invest into like, I don't know, like fajas. You know what I mean? For like babes who are getting surgery and stuff like that. Because the Spanish girls, they know how to keep their bodies up and things like that. So I would invest into workout clothes, stuff like that. If I was into fashion and apparel and beauty, that's what I would do. Literally, workout clothes. Those girls got it going on down there. Okay, fajas, things like that, body shapers. So when you understand, when you travel, not only travel for a vacation, but scope out the place. You know what I mean? Because you got to have your money in different places and also start earning in different currencies. And within the next, like, let's say 5 to 10 years, the U.S. dollar is going to continue to dwindle down. It's historically proven that a currency doesn't last at the top for more than 80 years. We reaching that 80-year mark. So with understanding history, understanding the history of economics, and this is world economics, right? I'm talking about with understanding that it's very important for you to earn income in different currencies too. So this is also going to help you really become financially free. And then if you invest into international real estate and you don't like the country that you're staying in, you just pack your family up and go and stay in Latin America where you know you invested in an Airbnb and go from there. So, you know, it gives you options. Yeah, that baby upset. I don't know what he upset at, but I hope he all right. And she said, "What about my apartment in Panama?" Mhm. Yep. It's, they're still building it. I love the grand content, but I would love to hear you talk more about business avenues. Okay. Well, that's really good to know because I've always wanted to like switch up my content, but I talk more about grants because you know that's my thing. You know, I want to create more awareness, but I think that talking more about business avenues will be really fun. And also talking about the people who started these avenues or like the companies that are the top earning and what their strategy is, how they've been able to get there. I think that would be good. I appreciate your idea of job security independently. Yeah, my pleasure, friend. Yeah, it gets real serious outside the United States. Like the United States, they do a really great job in the media of putting out this propaganda of, oh, we're the best place to live in the world and we're like the highest earning, blah blah blah. America is actually the place where they spend the most money and you're in the most debt. Even though you do have countries that are third world, it's not really that. It's just that that's the tradition of that country. And that third world mess comes from the U.S. Oh, this is a third world country. It doesn't have like spas. Yes, it do. It just does things differently. It's tradition. That's like going to Japan or going to Thailand and you trying to get the best Thailand massage ever in your life. Well, they have traditions. You might think that you're supposed to go to this big 64 floor building, but because it's traditional and it's the best in the city, in the country, you might go to a hut in a village where it's gonna be the best one you can get on this earth. That's just their tradition. But you know, America has a great way of labeling things and try to make everybody else look beneath them, and that's just not how it works. For real, when you really out here. Or Donald Trump don't like us expats. He don't like us at all. He don't care. Black, white, whoever, he don't care. He don't like us. Because he feel like how could we betray the U.S.? So he's doing things like you can't renew your passport online. You gotta physically come back. That feel like a trap right there. You want me to come back to the U.S. just to renew my passport, while usually I could just renew it online. Just for me to have to come back pay for me to somewhere to stay for 3 months just to do it because I know it's gonna take forever because you fire all these people through the federal government. Trap, trap. I hate that. Good thing is my passport doesn't expire until after he's out of office. Amen. Ooh, that was so good. I was hungry. We got a few of them. Got my Bible. Oh, I got a new Bible. Like, this is my first big girl Bible. Oh my God. This is so good. Your makeup has Met Gala written all over it. Great application. Thank you so much. You know, I kind of forgot some steps. I haven't done, since I've been in Nigeria, I haven't done my makeup. So that's almost, we touching on a year. And I've been here for like 9 months, 10 months. So, and I see people do their makeup all the time on TikTok. But then when I started to do it this morning, I was like, ooh I haven't done this in a minute. But I do want to dress up more, things like that. So I'll probably be doing y'all will probably see me a little bit more with makeup on in our live streams because yeah. This is my first big girl Bible. I'm so happy that this was a really good birthday gift so far. So far, so good. Oh man. Oh, let me relax. Cause it's my birthday. It's my birthday. Am I still doing African dresses? Yep, absolutely. I am. What I decided to do, and my soaps too. So I decided to do a pop-up shop. Yeah, I'm a startup too, so I have to have startup ideas. So I said, when I come in August, because I'm coming the first week of August, um, I'm going to bring enough like dresses, and they're just really just the boo-boo gowns. And I'm just going to bring them over to the US and do pop-up shops, and whatever people like, then I'll have the woman who makes them for me, she'll go ahead and make them and ship them right over. So yeah, that's how that will work. Yep. Same thing with wigs too. I think that I've noticed that there's like the wigs here 10 times better than the wigs we getting over there in the US. 10 times better. Fuller. Like we think we getting human hair. Yeah, sure. No. We're not really getting what we're supposed to, what we're really paying for. So I was gonna, the lady who did my hair, I was going to see if she has some spare wigs to bring, like some glueless ones, and put it a part of my pop-up shop alongside with the skincare stuff. The stuff that I use for my skincare routine here. Yep. And some dry goods like dry turmeric, um, dry pepper, things like that. So like a whole like African market pop-up shop. That's what the idea I have that I'm gonna be doing in Miami, that I can do every weekend, every Saturday, in Fort Lauderdale, actually, at Fort Lauderdale Beach. So that's what I wanted to do. And then because I'll be in the US, even if you're not in Miami or in Fort Lauderdale, I'll be on live stream if that's something that you want, then I'll just ship it to you. Dry goods, anything you are looking for. Can you get one can get a government contract for custom wigs? I really don't know. I think if it's on like the medical side, I really don't know. It's really good to know, but I don't know. Government contracts is something that I learned a while back, but I would have to refresh my memory on how it works. Similar to grants, though, very similar, but still different. Like, it still requires a different type of application process. hmm Very specific, different websites too. Like, you'll have to go through sam.gov, different places to start bidding. You have to also bid. So it's kind of like grants is a bit different. I think what I would say about government contracts and grants, what makes them similar is like the awarding process. Yeah, like when you're getting selected for that opportunity, then that's where it becomes very similar to a grant, a government grant. But other than that, a government contract is different. You have to go and bid for them and submit like so many RFPs, IPOs, all kind of stuff, all kind of documents you have to submit. hmm A government contract to make them? Okay, yeah, possibly. I don't know. I don't know. That would be good though. That would be really cool. This baby is upset. He said he want his daddy. Um, One thing about Nigeria, boy, it takes a village to raise them. What a great start to my day already so far. I'm waiting on my fiance to come back, so because I think he's going to cook some food, some breakfast for me, and then yeah, the rest of my day I'm just gonna vibe and chill out with some good people. This is gonna be awesome. You can make this beautiful. Thank you. I'm really excited. I can't believe like I didn't expect anything, but I woke up this morning to a saxophone player, a birthday cake, and some good trusting friends. Like my prayer group, right? Because every Monday I go to, we do Monday prayers, and so the prayer group came this morning, and they were singing me happy birthday with the saxophone. I recorded it, so I'll be putting out the content. But I was like, ah, oh, wow, so romantic, so romantic. Mhm. Yep. So I think that's really cool. And then I'll be going out to eat. My friends, I got a lot of people that called me this morning. So yeah, I'm literally just getting my day started. I'm actually about to go shower and put on my actual clothes for the day. And then I have my orange dress that I'm going to wear later for tonight. But for the daytime, I'm going to put on some small clothes and just record content and just be around people. It's Saturday, the day Saturday, June 14th. I done turned 30 on this day. Oh, thank you, Jesus. It ain't easy. It ain't easy at all. The lessons that I learned, I never thought that I would go through those things. Honestly, I felt like I have so much common sense that I knew a lot of the lessons already. But no, I really did. It's like the lessons that I learned in my 20s. I think that it all came from other people telling me what I could possibly go through or to keep my eyes open for certain things. And then so when I came across the simple fact that I had to go through that lesson in that wilderness myself, it just seemed kind of familiar to me. But that's why I say giving people advice, being a good leader, and giving out good energy, it does go a long way, especially when somebody is in a bad spot at the time. It does go a long way. It truly does. People won't forget. People won't forget at all. Okay. So yeah, let me go ahead and get ready for the day. I'm going to record some more content. I really do appreciate y'all for hanging out with me this morning. I'm definitely going to come back on live later on this afternoon for me, but it will still be like in the morning for you. I think it'll be like in a few hours. So it'll be 3 p.m. for me, but it will be like 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. for y'all. And then, I'll do my usual wrap up at 6 p.m. So I'll see y'all later. We're going to hop back on live soon. I'm going to go ahead and get ready for the day. I'm 30. Oh, Jesus. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all later.